Pittsburgh Steelers general manager Omar Khan once again hints that the Pittsburgh Steelers may be aggressive on draft day and make a big trade. So, when you look at Omar Khan's brief stint with the Pittsburgh Steelers so far, he's been very aggressive. Just looking back at the trade deadline last season, he traded away Chase Claypool, wide receiver, to the Chicago Bears, and many would call that trade a fleece for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got pick number 32 for Chase Claypool, which is well worth it. But also, they are very aggressive, going out and getting cornerback William Jackson III from the Washington Commanders. Even though that trade didn't really amount to anything for the Steelers, it's just about him being aggressive. And also, when you look at free agency so far for the Steelers, Omar Khan has been very aggressive in the first couple of days and now the first couple of weeks. More aggressive than Kevin Colbert has been in past years. And then also, when you look at Andy Weidl, the assistant general manager for the Steelers right now, last season when he was with the Eagles, he made a big trade during the draft to move up and get Jordan Davis, probably one of the best run-stuffing nose tackles in the whole league. And that was a great move by him, going up and getting your guy, knowing that you're going to get a guy who's going to be a superstar. So, adding those two, Omar Khan and Andy Weidl, two people who aren't afraid to be aggressive, could be a good sign for the Steelers. And now looking at Omar Khan's comments recently made about moving up in the draft or even moving down, this is what he had to say. "This is a really good draft, and I'm fortunate this is my first draft. I love the idea of having a lot of picks, but all options are on the table. If there's an opportunity to trade up to get a player, an impact player that can help us right away or be a longtime Steeler, we're going to evaluate it." So, those are his comments. And as we all know, when Kevin Colbert was running things for the past 2 decades, he rarely made any trades in the first round of the draft. Only 3 total. But now, looking at this year's draft, just overall, the draft is still about a month away. So the Steelers could obviously take calls about everything, but the reality of the situation is that the Steelers are in real danger of finding themselves in no man's land once again at pick number 17. That's just the middle round of the picks, meaning that all the superstars in the draft who could really be the top tier guys could be all gone by pick number 17. It's a real possibility that all the top 17 worthy players that the Steelers believe to be interested in could be off the board, meaning that there's a top 3 cornerbacks in the Steelers draft, there's a top 3 wide receivers in the Steelers draft, there's a top 3 offense tackles, and if all 3 of those guys are gone in each of those positions, the Steelers could be stuck in no man's land, meaning if they want one of their guys, they may have to move up and get them. Just say if they want Christian Gonzalez, Joey Porter, Paris Johnson, any of these Broderick Jones, any of these top tier guys, if they're not going to fall, Steelers may have to go up and get them. Or even if the Steelers want more picks and someone calls them wanting to move up and the Steelers can move back and gather more picks, as Omar Khan said, he loves having a lot of picks in this year's draft because he believes this year's draft is really good. Meaning, with so much depth this year at the cornerback position in the draft, or even offensive tackle, they may be willing to move back. Either way, Omar Khan seems like he's made up his mind that he's going to be able to take calls, and they may trade up or trade back willingly. Yes, the Steelers in previous years didn't really ever move back in the draft. I really can't remember a time in the draft where the Steelers would move back a couple spots and gather another 4th round or 5th round draft pick. When we look at the Steelers this year, they have 3 picks in the top 50. But then after that, they really don't have that much more picks. They don't have any 5th or 6th round picks in this year's draft, so they may be willing to move back to gather more picks. Either way, Omar Khan and Andy Weidl, I trust them 100%, and I know all of you do, to make the right decision and be aggressive or not be aggressive in this year's draft. Either way, let's see who they draft. The draft is a month away, and this is a time of the year where we get excited about new players. So, with that being said, let me know down in the comments below. How do you feel about the Steelers and Omar Khan's comments about potentially moving up or moving down in the draft? Do you want them to move up to get their guy? And if you do, who do you want them to select? But if you want them to move back, what pick do you believe that they will move back to? Do you think they will move back into the 2nd round or just a couple spots? Let me know down in the comments below. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well if you like Steelers content and analysis reports. Like the video, turn on post notifications down below for this channel as well so you get notified whenever I post the next Steelers video. Click the bell down below so you never miss out. I've been covering all free agency. I'm going to cover all the draft. So comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all later. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.